since Charles Oakley was ejected from Madison Square Garden, and we've seen and heard reactions every day since then. But yesterday, Draymond Green gave us a perspective that we hadn't heard.
Yeah, Draymond is never shy about letting you know exactly how he feels about any subject. On his Dre Day podcast on Uninterrupted, he did it again.
Why is it all of a sudden a problem now when he speak out on something that he don't like, and now you want to disown him from your entire organization? That's a slave mentality. You're doing it for me, it's all good, but now you're doing it against me, or not necessarily against me, but you're speaking out against my organization. It's not good anymore. That's a slave mentality, slave master mentality. That's ridiculous. It was all fine and dandy when he was laying people out, taking fines
out Jordan, right?
And all this stuff for your organization. But now all of a sudden when he says something that he feels, it's a problem. I disagree with that. I definitely think, like I said, that that's a slave master mentality.
With more, we welcome in the undefeated's Mark Spears on this. Mark, what was your reaction when you heard what Draymond Green had to say?
Wake me up to that question, huh? It's a very tough, hard thing to say. I'm sure it startled a lot of people. But when you see Charles Oakley in the video first on the ground and then stood up and then put in handcuffs and rushed in the back, and then the Knicks disparage him in a public release while Dolan's just sitting over on the side watching this whole thing, orchestrating it, you know, I kind of see what he's talking about. And look, Oakley wasn't innocent in the whole deal. He had some words. He was, you know, certainly angry. But to treat one of your former stars like that, and Draymond talked about that as well, not thinking anybody would want to come to the Knicks that's notable anymore because of this, I could see why he was so angry about what happened to Oakley. He's a treasured guy in the NBA community, and the players did not like him, seeing him being treated like that.
Hey, Mark, because of the words Draymond chose to use, you think this is a racial issue with Dolan?
Well, when you see that picture, I mean, that picture stands out with him and the two former Knicks there. It was really, really strange. It was like that episode of Seinfeld when George Costanza was, you know, trying to tell people he had black friends, you know, and he had Carl the Exterminator with him. You know, you got one Hall of Famer there. You got another former Knicks great who was Grandmama, who wore a dress. And then you got another guy that's been banned from the Knicks for 20 years, and all of a sudden he showed up, and with his coach that he choked just a little bit away. I'm surprised he didn't call Rose Davies, his hair lady, to do his hair too. I mean, it was just like he was trying to put together this narrative like, hey, look, there's some brothers that like me, even with what I did to Oak. So I didn't really like seeing those three guys sitting there, and I don't understand why they chose to be a part of that photo op.